Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Knuck if you Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TC Light, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. We back.
What's happening?
Welcome, man. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at YK Wrestling. Go ahead, check us out everywhere, ykwrestling.com. Basically, anything you need to find us is right there. Shout out the link trees, man.
Facts.
Whoever thought of making link trees is the smartest person in the world.
Real shit. That's
because that just made
genius.
Things easier for everybody. Just like
Exactly.
Everything right here. So shout out to them, man. Get you some merch too, man. Shout out to we're gonna do these shout outs, man. Listen, this is Cinco de Mayo that we're recording. So for this week only, today only, at least until next time we record on Cinco de Mayo, we are at El Palacio de Knuck if you Buckingham. That's where we at.
Yes, sir.
You know, got the libations on deck.
Oh yeah, always. It's a celebration this week.
Terramana, right there with it. Yeah, shout out to May the 4th too, man. Star Wars Day. Yes, I did not watch a Star Wars movie yesterday. I'm terrible. Sorry if I offended anybody. If y'all want to kick me out the fandom, that's cool. Y'all kind of weird anyway. Y'all worse than wrestling fans. I don't want to be a book.
Yeah, that's a true story. I did it like late in the day, so it's like, you know, just to get it.
No, I got it on deck. I feel like as long as I watch it before the weekend over with. So.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no NBA on.
They hit the Revenge of the Fifth and everything like that. So you know.
Hey,
it's really a weekend thing.
Who started that? Oh, that's hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge of the Sith, one of my favorite movies too.
It's the best one.
You think it's the best one? Out of what?
Listen,
out of all 9 of them?
Yeah. Everybody want to hit the whole Empire Strikes Back. Listen,
Empire hard though. High-key, A New Hope is up there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all in that top 3. But I'm like, listen, it's a lot going on in Empire. It's the best constructed story, but the overall movie for me, definitely Revenge of the Sith. Like, you know what was coming, but it's like you wasn't really prepared for how deep it was gonna get. Like, they hit all the high points in that movie.
Revenge of the Sith is a fuck them kids classic.
It is.
Hey, now I'm about to go make a playlist of fuck them kids movies. So it's like that's gonna be the darkest playlist in the world. But
Anakin Skywalker was on that time before it was even a trend. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, big facts. However long ago that was, in a future far away. I mean, like, did that take place in the future or did that take place in the past? Like, does Star Wars take place in the future from, like, where we at now?
It always says a long time ago, so I guess it's past.
Which is another thing. I'm sorry to get real conspiracy on y'all, but, like, the past is basically what the future, we think the future gonna be. The past had all the technological advancements and shit. Shit got all fucked up and they had to rebuild from scratch. That's the way I be thinking about things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they used to have all the machinery, all that. And we just starting to get back to that point again. Hey man, shout out to niggas wilding out this week, bro. Like, it was so much going on that I lost count. I couldn't count. I seen Patrick Beverly was in the news for some shit. Kick
Yep.
him out the league as far as I'm concerned. I don't think he provide no value to nobody to really deal with that headache going forward. Uh,
Right.
but Russell Westbrook, I seen was wilding out too. I don't know what that was about. It got to the point
You troll, man.
where like people thought he should have been suspended, and when like they found out he wasn't suspended, ESPN was just like trying to figure it out. So Stephen A, being the journalist he is, like, I'm gonna go straight to the source. I'm gonna go straight to the league and
Yeah.
find out why. And then things got misconstrued. People thought Stephen A. Smith was calling the league, trying to tell the league, like, hey, Russell Westbrook should be suspended, which is kind of egregious.
Right.
So you had Steven Jackson calling him a snitch on the podcast.
Oh
So
my
Stephen A.
God.
Smith said, fuck you, basically, like,
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith and Steven Jackson got beef. Shit crazy. I seen Jim Jones got jumped in the airport.
What?
Yeah, man. By two
For
white
what?
dudes, two like middle-aged white dudes. It's like, I don't know the context before because the video I saw took place where they was already fighting. Like Jim Jones hit a perfect plex on this nigga on the escalator. Dead
No.
ass.
What?
Dead ass, bro.
These niggas is tripping.
But like one of the dudes was just like bop, bop, bop. Security came over. Jim Jones was just like trying to, plead his case. Like, man, they jumping me. You see these, it's all on tape.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for some reason, niggas from Dipset always getting jumped. I don't know what it is. Remember,
Yeah,
Hell
man.
Rail got jumped in a Chinese buffet a couple years ago?
I heard about. I ain't seen nothing with it, but I heard that shit. That was funny.
Oh, yeah, that shit happened, bro. That shit happened. I remember one morning I woke up, Thanksgiving, Cam getting dissed by Mace. Like, what's up with this?
Tell you,
And
man.
whatever Joel Santana be having going, what's up with Dipset? I used to love Dipset as a kid.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just like you grow up, you're like, damn, these niggas was kind of lame. Niggas got jumped by the locks on stage.
Yo.
What's good?
Oh no, it's a wild time. It's a wild time for rap right now.
Oh yeah, rap is crazy. I'm gonna get back to that for a second, but I gotta talk about niggas wilding out some more, man. Cause I seen Oscar De La Hoya was wilding out on Canelo. Nigga said Golden Boy built Canelo,
Oh shit.
which like whatever way you want to feel, that may or may not be true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that pissed Canelo off. He beat the shit out of old boy yesterday. And then you got Ryan Garcia. This nigga.
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
I ain't gonna spend a lot of time talking on Ryan Garcia because I'm gonna just say this much. Bring that ass here.
That
baby.
ass here, boy.
Ryan Garcia. I have no other words just to say to kick him out of the sport.
Please.
This man is a cheater.
Embarrassing.
He's an embarrassment. Like, people don't care about your fights when you out here just acting crazy. You listen, boxing don't need that. They don't need that. They don't need him. If he not gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I grew up in the Floyd era. So like I grew up in
Right.
the Floyd money era. Where niggas is going crazy. Like, I feel the way about Ryan Garcia that like white people felt about Tyson in the 90s. Like, kick him out the sport. Just get him out of here. He just provides, at least like Tyson kind of provided some value. I don't know what value Ryan provides outside of social media views, which I know that's good currency in this day and age. But it's just like, is it?
But see, the thing was, like, Tyson was a legit fighter. He was the total package. Like, he just gonna knock the fuck out you. He was just a wild nigga. That's all it was. He was a wild dude. Like, that's all it really. Because the thing was with white folks, he was just, it was a character issue. They didn't like how the stuff that he did and the shit that he said. But it's like, listen, you don't want to see him, so
Right.
so that shit. Like Ryan,
Kind of like Floyd.
Right, exactly. Like Ryan doesn't have that cachet. Like people don't look at Ryan like, oh man, like he's in that category. Like ain't nobody want to see it. Like, no, we've never said that about Ryan Garcia.
Facts. He also quit in his last fight too.
He did. I thought we forgot.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna forget. Yeah, enough about that. Just had to throw that out there. Quickest peasant of all time. Back to the rap though, man. Cause like everybody been talking about this diss track all week, bro.
I can't. Which one?
Rikishi.
Oh,
Rikishi.
Okay, got you.
This and Terry Bollea.
Man, listen.
Wasn't Rikishi ass been in the studio more than he been in his son's life, man? You see what your son doing. Your son bringing in. I mean, I ain't gonna say they not in your family because they family. Yeah. They not blood.
Right.
It's called the bloodline. That's what Roman was on. Roman said, I'm bringing in all the Anuayu Fatus.
Right.
You bringing in Haku's kids now.
It has.
You wild.
All kinds of crazy out here.
Oh yeah, they tripping. Yeah, my man's dissed over the lean back beat too.
Right. I mean, he was cold with it.
Oh no, he could spit.
Yeah,
he cold. I would buy a Rikishi album right now.
Thanks.
Like when the last time I cannot tell you the last time I bought an album.
Me either.
I'll buy a Rikishi album. I'll go buy that joint. I think Victory Lap was the last album I bought. That was 5 years ago.
About to say it was deep. But yeah, like I have no issues with Terry slander. I just don't know where it came from. Like why Keish was like, yo, I'm just gonna say fuck Terry today. Like, okay.
He did for the Iron Sheik.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But now, like, maybe I don't know where the beef with Rikishi and Terry stem from though, like kayfabe wise.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't think of that either. Like
outside of like Terry beating Yoko at WrestleMania, I can't think of nothing. Oh, Terry and them beat the shit out the Rock in Chicago one night. I remember that.
Yeah. But
he might have been getting a couple licks back. He did it for the Rock.
Maybe. I don't know.
And then you had Drake and Kendrick dropping more diss records this week. Total 5. 4 of them from Kendrick.
That's what I'm saying, man. I can't keep up.
On some John Cena, Brock Lesnar type stuff.
Like
SummerSlam. That's what that shit was.
They got a whole diss album. It's like you gotta play one and then go right to the next one.
No, really. For real. Kendrick, he dropped 4 tracks, and then like 2 of them, he referenced my favorite boxer and my favorite wrestler. So like on a bias scale, Kendrick already won to me. I don't care. Yeah. Drake got to mention all my favorite wrestling goats to really catch up. That's how it's gonna be. But like, I'll talk about dudes was wilding out, man. I seen dudes was about to fight over Kendrick and Drake. Like, was willing to kill over Kendrick and Drake.
This is the part I hate.
States away. That's the crazy part.
This is the part I hate about it. Cause like, they both respect, and like, Family Matters was hard. I ain't gonna front. But like, then Kendrick come right back with Meet the Grams, and he said some shit to his son, to his mom, to his pops. Like,
man.
But then it's like
to a bastard daughter that he apparently got.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
Allegedly.
But then once we get past that, then it's the fans, the Drake fans, who I don't give a damn what Kendrick say. It's like, well, we got something for Aubrey, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. I seen DJ Vlad, Inspector Vladgett was getting packed up earlier today about something.
I did. I seen
that.
The story about that. I ain't get to read it yet, but I see he was really going in.
Yeah. I seen the other day Ricochet was getting packed up over something he said about the Kendrick and Drake beef.
You see what I'm saying?
Cause like Ricochet, he said something I was just like, what Jay-Z said, obligatory Jay-Z reference. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it?
Right.
And whatever Ricochet said showed that this dude just skimmed through the song. He wasn't really listening to what was being said. Was just like, hey, Ricochet relate more to Drake than Kendrick in a specific way. So maybe he took some offense to it. Shout out to Ricochet winning the Speed Championship, though.
Facts.
Him and Johnny Gargano fire match. I would recommend to go find that on Twitter if you have not seen it yet. 5 minutes. The championship matches on Speed are 5 minutes, and like the regular matches are 3.
Yeah.
So like him and Johnny was going crazy. Like, if they start having Speed matches on Raw, like every now and again, that'd be cold.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't be mad. But yeah, Kendrick dropping 4 tracks. I'm hoping he don't drop when we recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh God.
Actually, I'm about to turn the notifications on for Kendrick right now. And whatever happens, keep that motherfucker rolling. We just go. Hey, we gotta review it on here. Bro.
That's cool.
I ain't mad at it. So let me go turn on Kendrick notifications right now.
It's gonna flow. We're just gonna flow straight through it. It's all good.
I heard he had more. Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Somebody in his squad was like, "Yeah, he ain't done."
They said he had about 10 total.
He said he might want to leave this nigga alone because he still got more.
Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick, Cat Williams, and Drew McIntyre. This year, all 3 of them have inspired me to hate harder than I've ever hated before in my life.
Man, I tell you.
I feel rejuvenated with all this negativity this year. I feel good. I feel real good.
It's been a renaissance of hate.
Yeah, the hate energized me so much that I couldn't even hate on this next thing we about to talk about, man. And let me cue my soundboard up so I got it ready. Because, listen.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
For what? It's about damn time for what, you ask, TC? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, if you just been under a rock,
you
just haven't been on the interwebs or anything. You know what that theme song is?
Yes,
that is a theme song to WrestleMania 9. WrestleMania 9 specifically. One of the worst WrestleManias of all time, but that's neither here nor there. The main point about WrestleMania 9 is it was the first and as of now, no longer the last WrestleMania to take place in the city of Las Vegas. Because next year, April 19th and 20th, 2025, live from Allegiant Stadium, WrestleMania 41 in my city, Las Vegas / Paradise, Nevada.
Let's go.
Listen, it's about damn time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to tell y'all for weeks it was going to happen. I spoke it into existence. We've been manifesting this for years.
Big fact.
We've been manifesting this. We've been a podcast going on 5 years. We've been an organization for 6 years. No, we've been an organization for 5 years too. I can't do math. Podcast came months later, y'all. We were a thing before that.
Yeah.
But that whole time, we were praying.
I used to pray for times like this.
We used to pray for times like this, and they here. I finally get to go to WrestleMania, and I've been holding out. I could have went to WrestleMania last year in LA. I could have went this year. I couldn't have went this year. I ain't gonna lie to you. The money was kind of funny. I definitely could have went in LA. But listen, dude, it's dope.
It's time.
I wanted to go to WrestleMania and then go home immediately afterwards.
I hear that.
That was one of my dreams. So next year we about to have a good time, man.
Hey, man, listen.
See, we got the shirts on.
Yes, sir.
We got the
yes, sir.
So I'm gonna need him to show up. You know,
you already know.
The Rock showing up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might get to see The Rock wrestle. I ain't never
Yeah,
seen The
man.
Rock wrestle.
Me either.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Wale Mania.
Man.
I'm about to pull a JT.
On 420 weekend, bro. He's
Oh,
about
Lord.
to pull a JT. Oh, man. Yeah, they going to be wilding out there, man. I've been waiting.
Man. Indie shows, all that.
Tell you.
Now, what I'm really needing to do, need to hit the jackpot on the slots or something. Because then I can have me some bread. I want to put on my own show. That's what I really want to do.
Man.
That's what I really want to do.
Young Kings Wrestling for real?
Yeah. But it's going to be like all niggas, though.
That's cool.
That's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and start networking and shit, man.
There you go.
You know it's about to go crazy. Hey, Vegas Mania gonna be the best Mania of all time. I might stop watching wrestling after this. It won't get better.
It won't get better
Wes. To me.
Get with Wes and do like we could do like a show. You know what I'm saying? Some Young King wrestling.
Facts. Big facts, definitely. About to get back out there too. So it's gonna be a good time.
Oh yes.
It's gonna be hard to stop talking about this over the next year. Because we might bring this up just unsolicited. Yeah, every week.
Like some Paul Heyman shit.
Hell yeah.
Paul Heyman shit. Like, hey, just so y'all know, WrestleMania is coming to Vegas 420. Just so you know.
Facts. Big facts. That's Easter weekend too.
Right.
So like shout out to the religious people that might just have to decide not to go. That means there's gonna be more tickets available for people like me to get.
About to say, I ain't mad at you.
Hey.
I appreciate
let's
y'all.
Let's talk about this week in wrestling history, man. Happy birthday this past week. It was Tiffy time. Happy birthday to Tiffany Stratton. Yes, sir. The Human Tornado. Shout out to the Human Tornado. I don't know if y'all know who the Human Tornado is or remember the Human Tornado. Indie wrestler from back in the day. He still wrestled. He out here in Vegas. He was in Nacho Libre. Black dude with an afro.
Okay.
Yeah. Skinny black dude. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember that. Shout outs to Joe Hendry. Happy birthday to him. He had his theme song charted on Apple this week, like number 6, I think. Like just below Taylor Swift.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Joe Hendry. Big Boss Man would have turned 61 this past week. Stu Hart was born 109 years ago. Damn. That's crazy.
Hey. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Scott Armstrong would have turned 65. Mr. Fuji would have turned 90. So happy birthday to all those legends and Hall of Famers. Is the Big Boss Man in the Hall?
I don't think so. Wait.
He might be. It's Googleable.
It is.
Shout out to the Big Boss Man. I used to hate him.
Right?
Yeah. 2016.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Big Boss Man was a great heel. I hated the fuck out of Boss Man, bro.
Did Big Show so dirty.
Man. Like, not even that. I just didn't like him at all. Like, I didn't like none of the corporation outside of The Rock. So, like, he was a cop, too.
Yeah.
So like, it's really why I didn't like him.
Exactly.
RIP to the Boss Man. Happy birthday to the final boss, the people's champ, my GOAT, The Rock.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Terramana up. We here with it.
Yes, sir.
Orange Cassidy. Happy birthday to Orange Cassidy this past week. This one, I put this one on here for jokes. Happy birthday to Brooke Hogan. Happy birthday to Brooke Hogan.
Oh.
And happy birthday to Oksana.
What happened to that boy?
I feel like once she split from Cesaro, she just didn't become. Wasn't she with Santino for a bit?
I don't even remember that. I only remember she was like Teddy's assistant.
Well, there was that, but she first come. I think she first was with Cesaro as like a valet or whatever, and then for some reason I remember her with Santino, but that's it.
It's Googleable. It's just not relevant enough to take the
No,
time to Google it right now. So.
no, because that was well over. That was about 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago.
Was it? See, listen, everything around that era is such a blur to me. Cause like from 2012 until maybe around the time CM Punk left, I can't really tell you what happened in what year.
Yeah.
I remember things happening, I just don't remember when they happened. So like,
right.
yeah, she did debut with Cesaro in 2012.
Yep.
Like shortly after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. This week in history, man, 2002, WWE got the F out, had to change their name, got hit with a lawsuit. I still don't understand how they got to hit with the lawsuit. It's like two totally different companies.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like they ain't the same type of business. So they're not even in the same country. They don't operate in the same country.
And it's like
I never understood that.
It's like, why was it that serious to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Like two bad bitches can coexist at the same time, bro.
Right.
But also that same exact week, the plane ride from hell happened. Y'all know that story. You gotta spend that much time on it.
Yep.
2003 RIP to Miss Elizabeth, passed away age 42. That was crazy. I remember it was kind of wild for playing the 911 call on TV.
Yeah, what the hell? What's wrong
They played the 911 call on Confidential with Gene Okerlund. Because she was with Lex Luger, so it was like Lex Luger.
Not that wrong for that.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah. 03? Nah. They said, do it for the ratings, pal. Type shit.
Right.
2005, Monday Night Raw, Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin. We got the GOAT Sweet Chin music.
The super
Did you get to that? Did you get to that yet?
Oh, yeah. I passed it like last week.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have to run that.
The match itself was wild, yeah. So that just put the exclamation point on it.
For sure. That's one of my favorite spots ever.
That was one of those where like you see Shawn at the end of the match and he talking to Shelton like, "Hey kid, you about that?" For real.
Yeah.
Like, he had to give kudos to him because they was going at it. That was lit.
Hell yeah. 2006, Joey Styles got offended by something Jerry Lawler said. I don't remember. I didn't run this back. I just seen that this happened.
The Spirit Squad was fucking with him backstage.
Okay. Yeah, they were.
So Jerry kept telling him to show some spirit, and he kind of got pissed and slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, slapped the shit out of Jerry, left, came back out there, and King was thinking like shit was all good, like he's about to come back to work. Nigga, Joey Styles grabbed the mic, cooked everybody, and then quit.
Wow.
Said, fuck this shit.
And they did it so well, because like, when I'm watching it, when it happened, I'm thinking like, oh, this motherfucker really.
I thought this nigga went off TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, not even thinking about all of the ECW series they've been playing for a whole year already.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he really just said, fuck it, I'm out. Okay.
Here's the thing with work shoots, and this is what I realized, because like it took me a minute when CM Punk did the pipe bomb. Yeah. It took me a minute to realize what was going on. I'm just thinking like, all right, this nigga just rambling a little bit. But then this nigga started like digging the knife in deep, and I'm like, oh, okay, this wasn't a work. They would not allow this nigga to go out there talking crazy like this.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody from
shout out to Joey Styles,
from Triple H to Vince to Laurinaitis, everybody
to the anti-bullying.
Yo. And then I knew something was off when he dropped Ring of Honor, because I'm like, yo, that's Cardinal Sin. Y'all don't do that shit.
Right.
Not in 2011 anyway.
Yeah. Shout out to work shoots, man. Also, 06, we have Backlash. Probably the most notable thing that happened on Backlash 2006. The McMahons defeated Shawn Michaels and God.
Yeah. God left.
Not to outdo himself. The very next year at Backlash, Durag Vince won the ECW title.
Oh man, yeah, was tripping back-to-back years, man.
Yeah, wilding. 2010. Excuse me. Yeah, 2010. Sorry, thought I skipped ahead. 2010. Let me know if you were aware of this. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall won the TNA Tag Team Championships.
What?
And they were freebirding the titles with Eric Young.
That's real?
Yeah, this really happened.
Hold on, fuck on. I knew Kev was doing some shit in TNA for a good minute. Like he was going on a good run. I didn't know Scott was winning championships in 2010.
Me neither. They vacated the belts a month later because, all right, so you know TNA used to tape ahead of time.
Yeah.
So the match took place on the taping and it aired like a week later. And then the day after the match aired on TV, Scott Hall was arrested for like disorderly conduct and like resisting arrest at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a month later, he got released and they vacated the titles.
Damn.
Instead of just letting like Kev and Eric Young defend the belts and then lose with some honor. Neither of us were aware of this. I stopped watching TNA like 3 months before this happened. Maybe 5. So I was not aware.
Yeah, by this point in time, like if I saw Impact, it was just by accident. And it wouldn't even be the whole show. It'd be like a segment that I catch.
I didn't even find Impact by accident. It came on Monday nights. I wasn't turning from Raw.
Right.
If I turned from Raw, it would be to watch Monday Night Football, which like the way, yeah, I think we had cable back then still. So the way the cable was set up on the TV, our channels was USA Network was 32 and then Spike TV was 29. ESPN is 31. I'm not going to go past. I'm going 31, 32, 31, 32.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to Spike TV. So
right.
I was not aware of this. This is different. I'm going to have to go dig deep in the crates to find out like TNA lore.
Yeah. Because that's crazy.
And then 2011, I'm going to wrap this up. 2011, Extreme Rules. John Cena defeated The Miz and John Morrison in a cage match to win the WWE title. The show goes off the air. Man grabs a mic, stands on the announce table, and announces that Osama bin Laden has been caught and compromised to a permanent end.
Oh, man.
He is the GOAT fake war veteran.
To this day, I can't just fathom that, because it's like, on one hand, it's the most America shit that you can possibly do.
Facts.
But on the other hand, it's like, bro, dog, you're a wrestler. This is a wrestling show. Why are we talking about this?
He said, hey, look, this was before social media really got off the ground. These people probably didn't know what was going on. They said, hey, tell John to announce this right quick.
No.
Tell him to say it just like this, too.
Oh, you know that came directly from Vince.
Yeah.
Like, that was straight up. He was like, hey, he went and signaled to the ref, like,
yeah, you can't say the K word on here. You got to say this.
Yeah, like, hey, listen, we just got some news. Had the ref tell John to, do some real good shit. And I think they was playing like the presidential theme song afterwards or some shit like that. I don't know. I gotta watch it back.
That was dick riding.
I feel like they would, like, as soon as he announced it, they was playing that Hail to the Chief shit or whatever. Or something like that. I gotta watch it back. They was really tripping.
Hey, shout out to John Cena. Like I said, the GOAT fake war veteran. Nigga never served a day in his life. You wouldn't know that though.
He with the dog tags and the salute and everything like that.
All that.
and it was all after he was in the Marine.
Hell yeah.
After he played in that movie. Yeah, he was just going in that cap with the sergeant logo and everything like that. Like, okay, sir.
He was 100%. Cosplay like a motherfucker. Same show, Christian won his first world title in the WWE, defeated Alberto Del Rio. Shout out to Christian.
For
2013.
hours.
Yeah, no, it was.
Well, actually, no, it was 48 because it was Tuesday.
That was on Tuesday.
Yeah. But yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, that was tough. 2013, the Bullet Club is formed, and the rest is history with that. That shit going on way longer than the NWO. It's still going on.
I'm about to say, like, it's never ending.
All the OGs is gone. Y'all can dead that now.
Right.
Do something else.
They all in the E.
And then my last tidbit for history this week, man. 2008. We talking about GOATs. The GOAT promo took place this week in 2008. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But me, I'm a genetic freak. And I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beat me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Your chances of winning drastic go down.
Oh man.
Steiner Math.
Hey, it's that one. It's that 101. I can't even front no more.
You can't front no more.
The more that I watch it, it's just like it's hard to beat. It really is.
Listen, bro, if you would have been in that room with me at StarCast, it was I don't know, y'all know Ron Funches, comedian. He be in commercials and little bit plays and movies and stuff. A big wrestling fan. So he had a little session at StarCast, and what's the dude named Botchamania? Botchamania had a 1 hour Botchamania compilation. And we just watched that compilation. X-Pac was there, Scott Hall was there. And
I think I watched that video. I'm pretty sure.
You might have seen it. But it was like a good hour. And he had the Steiner Math promo on there. The whole entire room spouted the promo verbatim. And that's when I knew this is the best promo ever. Because I already loved Steiner Math before that. But that shit just took it to another, like, this shit better than Pipe Bomb, Hard Times, all that. All that.
That's facts. The man that has freaks 9 days out of the week.
Big facts. This dude said, "Hold on, I gotta get one of my favorite quotes from the Steiner Math promo."
Yeah.
This dude said, "Hold on, I gotta find it. I can't even find it. Hold on, we're gonna find it. Hold on, fill that air real quick while I look for it.
I got freaks 9 days out of the week."
All right. So this dude asked, Scott Steiner asked the interview lady, he said, "Would you rather be with me or would you rather be with Joe?"
Yeah,
and so Shorty was like, "Well, I think Joe's kind of nice." Like, he was like, "Oh, you one of those girls that like romance. And fuck out of here. I'm gonna talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night? or would you rather go home to that fat ass Samoa Joe?"
Oh man. Yeah, he was
GOAT
on
promo
one that night. He was on one.
Unscripted. Off the cuff.
Right. Oh, just listen. You can't write this stuff.
Nah. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Nice.
Shit. What we watched this past week, man? Let's get into that.
So, in preparation for the outside the U.S. event like Backlash, I went and I watched Backlash from last year in Puerto Rico, and I did say that France probably got best crowd locked up. But see, I'm being prisoner of the moment. If I go back and I watch Backlash 2023, overall, they were probably the better crowd. Because France kind of, we going to talk about it, but France kind of took a little over the top.
Nah, listen. I couldn't even do that because like I seen it. First of all, I'm going to throw this out here real quick before we even talk about Backlash. We got to stop dick riding these international crowds. We get it. They louder than everybody else, okay?
Yeah.
Y'all don't gotta be on there. Oh, don't never hold a show in America ever again. Shut up. This is literally an American company.
Right.
It's not happening.
Like, listen, like if you give someone a Big Mac who's never had one, it's probably gonna be the best shit they ever had in their life.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that like we gotta sit up there and say, oh, now I can only go to them. No, motherfucker, like this is our shit.
Facts.
They got blessed. And they might get blessed again, but they're not gonna have exclusive rights to this shit just because they enjoyed it a little bit more than we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
If anything, start going to cities that actually care in America. Like, y'all don't gotta dry out a market like AEW be doing sometimes. Like, they go to the same market like way too often.
All the time.
Which and then at that point, you see the effect that it has on their crowd sometimes. If they go to a market where they frequent, then they ain't really hyped that much after a certain while.
Right.
Like, you don't got to go to Chicago like 3 times a year, bro.
They can't help it.
Yeah.
Because Chicago is known as a great wrestling town, and that is true. One of the best. But it's like, you keep just bringing
Let them get
regular
hungry,
TV
bro.
show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you keep bringing your regular TV show, and then you have All Out there every single year. So it's like, there's nothing new to get. It's like, you're not going to maximize that crowd.
So, like, WWE, stop going to, like, bumfuck-ass places. Like, y'all was in Columbus, Ohio the other day on a Monday night, and people was like, oh, the crowd, they're in fucking Columbus, Ohio. They ain't shit to do there.
What do you expect, bro?
On a Monday night, they got fucking school and work in the morning. Like, they not about to get super hyped. They ready to go home.
Exactly.
But listen,
but nah.
They go to Brooklyn. Different story.
That's what I'm saying. And they don't do Brooklyn often, so that's where it's like it hits.
Yeah.
Like a New York crowd is always going to be dope. Exactly. Like a New York crowd is always going to be dope. But because they don't do it that often, it's like it's a special track. That's why they always put it on TV. Like, oh, we're coming back to MSG, or we're going to New York. They hype it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you can do when you spread it out more.
Big facts, man. What else you watched this week?
A little bit of 05. Batista, world champion, and he had the whole thing where Triple H just left Raw for a hot minute, like 2 weeks. And then he came back. He came back to cook his ass real quick and was like, "Hey, you want to fight me now? We going to Hell in a Cell." It's the best match in the trilogy by far. They
easily.
They put their working boots on for this shit. So
I might have to go check that joint out too in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, man.
I was on some Backlash rewatching. Like last week, I watched 99. This week, I watched 2000. Kind of boring. It was a one-match show, Triple H and The Rock. Basically the same match they should have had at Mania. Austin came back for one night, helped The Rock win the belt, shared a beer with him at the end of it. But outside of that, the rest of the show, not really memorable. This was that period of time after Mania when Big Show, runner-up in the Rumble, main eventer at Mania, they turned this dude babyface, and he was like dressing up as random wrestlers. So,
what?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. He was dressing up like a bunch of like older wrestlers. And on this show, he dressed up as Terry and beat Kurt Angle.
Oh, shit. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was bad. Billy Corgan, they showed Billy Corgan ringside. And I was like, oh shit, that's Billy Corgan.
God damn.
It was like small world. And
right.
Probably my other favorite match on the card that wasn't the main event, Eddie Guerrero and S.A. Rios for the European title. S.A. Rios was cold.
Yeah, man.
I used to play with him on the game all the time. He was cold.
God damn.
It was S.A. Rios and Lita versus Eddie and China.
Facts.
And I also went down an Eddie rabbit hole too. Just like briefly. Got a new Eddie Guerrero short on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. But I was like looking at some shit in 03. And you remember when they were in Montreal a couple weeks ago and they had Sammy come in from outside and just like go all the way from outside and walk through the arena?
Yep.
They did that with Eddie Guerrero in 03. like the same exact way.
Really?
When Eddie was in El Paso for SmackDown, he came out and that was when he was feuding with John Cena for the U.S. title. So you might have to go run that out. Go on YouTube.
How did I miss that? Because I was on YouTube not that long ago.
Yeah, go on YouTube and look up Eddie Guerrero in El Paso. It just showed like he come in in the low rider, tricked out, hit the switches on it, gave the shit to valet, and he just walked in the building and they followed him all the way down. This shit's hard. Like they was hyped for him. And then like the same segment, he freestyled after attacking John Cena.
I remember the freestyle. I didn't know he came. Oh, I'm about to pull this shit.
Yeah,
up right.
But you remember the parking lot brawl, of course, with him and John.
Oh yeah.
So you remember a couple weeks ago we was like, we can't remember a match that Brian Hebner ever refereed.
Yeah,
he did this match. So we could add this to the list.
That don't even count. A parking lot brawl. Like I ain't worried about no ref. Like as long as somebody count to 3, then we good.
Facts.
The parking lot brawl shit was dope though. Like, when SmackDown versus Raw came out and they added that.
Yeah,
man, listen, that's what we said.
Re-release SmackDown versus Raw, bro.
Before Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, this is why you settled beef if you was a wrestling fan. Like,
oh yeah,
you had that parking lot brawl shit.
Yeah, I remember me, like it was one of my friends from school, and like we wasn't speaking to each other for like 2 days over something. I don't even know what it was. We was cool and we played on the game. Fucking played SmackDown for a bit. We was cool after that. Had to get niggas at work.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I remember this now.
Yeah, that's the same way they did Sammy's entrance, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did.
Might have to post this.
Yeah, that was fire. Because Eddie was like, this was as he was going up to that peak where he was like the guy.
I think this was before they sprayed the Dookie on Big Show.
Yeah.
That shit was nasty. Can't believe they did that.
Yeah, it was like 2 months before because I think they had the match at No Mercy.
Yeah, that's right.
Or no, he had the match with Kurt. I
don't know. I'm gonna go watch all that back one day. I got like mad projects that I'm about to start on the network, just watching mad shit. So, and then I've been watching like a bunch of Al Pacino movies. So we're any given Sunday.
Hey,
and, did you know the Boogeyman was a wide receiver on the Sharks?
What the hell?
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Stop playing.
I seen his name in the credits. And I'm like, Marty Wright. I'm like, nigga, that's the Boogeyman. I went and looked that shit up. He posts about it all the time. He always posts like screenshots of the movie.
Oh man, that's crazy.
This is when he was so this was before Tough Enough. Any Given Sunday came out like 99. That's 5. So like he was like 25 when that shit came out.
Damn.
That's the joke right there.
Yeah. 30.
30.
30. Oh man. Now that's funny though, because like I don't know why I did it, but last weekend I just put on Godfather just for no reason.
Oh yeah. Is it still on Peacock?
I think so.
Yeah, that's where I watched them at. All 3 of them is on there.
But they all on Paramount.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they all gonna be on Paramount. Like off rip.
Yeah.
But yeah, they was on Peacock too. At least last month. I don't know. They might have took it off. All right, now that we on the subject, what's the best Godfather movie?
It's got to be 2. I mean, I gotta
say 2.
I still like it's close because like 1 is like it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I
got a special place in my heart for the first one, like over 2, because like I've seen the first one more than 2 in my life. Because like when I first was trying to get into like all the classic movies and stuff, watched The Godfather, and didn't really watch the second one because I was just so fascinated with the first one. Because the first one was like, this is some GOAT shit right here.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could see both, either one. Like I just have it like 1A, 1B. Like I I can't say like I'll put 2 at 1 and the first one at 2. Like, no, it's 1A, 1B for me. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's tight like that.
yeah, for sure. So shout out to The Godfather. Shout out to Al Pacino. I watched mad Al Pacino movies over the last month. Carlito's Way, Scarface, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Heat. Shout out to Heat. It's a banger right there. Shout out to that. Hey man, let's get into these royal address of rumors, man. Seen some people got fired this week on their day off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna hit that right off the jump. A couple people, it's a lot of people that we don't really names that we don't know like that. But the noticeable ones, Boa,
Valentina
Feroz, Drew Gulak. I'm gonna get back to him in a second. Yeah, Trey Bear Hill.
He was in a breakout tournament.
Yeah.
And just recently.
Yeah. And officially, the Gable Stevenson experiment is over. Done and over.
Hey, listen.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Yeah, I don't think dude really wanted to do this like that because it's like we was hyping it, we drafted him,
we signed him 2 Olympics ago, bro. The Olympics is back again this year,
right? Yeah, like they had him and what's her name out there at Mania 38 in front of the live crowd, just to kind of
stop.
Yeah, and she signed, so
yeah, she already wrestling.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know, man. Your brother's out here doing his damn thing at NXT. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's not working.
His brother a champion.
Right. Technically speaking, if we do that Freebird rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I don't he the main thing with him was the mic work. Like he couldn't talk for shit. But we know he could wrestle. So
he had no swag neither.
No, he did not.
Like 0 swag, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, it's over with.
Worst tattoos ever.
That too. That too. But going back to Drew Gulak, so that dumbass reporter in the press conference after Backlash asking about the allegations and stuff about from Ronda Rousey, who I'll get back to in another minute. He just kept it plain and simple. Like, listen, we didn't release him. We just didn't renew his contract. So apparently his contract is up next month, and he's probably not going to be on TV till then. So he's not officially out yet. He's not coming back. But then apparently some talent from NXT or talents from backstage NXT were talking about how he a bully, and he just be like, when people are having injuries and stuff like that, he be targeting them on purpose and shit like that. I don't know if that's legit. That kind of sound like Cap, but it's just like we take an opportunity to kind of, pour onto it just because he's out the way now, and the whole Ronda thing.
That's funny. That nigga was Hardcore Holly,
right? Like, where'd that come from? Because I ain't never heard that before about Drew.
Oh well. Oh, one more person, bro.
Who's that?
I forgot one more person. And let my nigga side nigga Reggie go, man.
Side nigga Reggie is out of here.
I just bought this nigga figure like last week. He got fired.
Yeah, man.
I seen a Reggie figure in a Walmart. I was like, I ain't never had an action figure that looked like me before, man. I'm about to cop.
Right. Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, I feel like we just found something that, we can work with. Yeah. Now all of a sudden that's it.
Listen, last week when I said I didn't want to draft the other OTM niggas and I just wanted Jada Parker, I didn't mean like firing nobody.
Y'all right. Y'all tapped in for the wrong reasons this time.
Yeah. They was like, oh shit, he still work here, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Yeah, I can't wait to see where he land at though, man. Impact Wrestling is where I want to see him.
Oh yeah, that makes the most
X
sense.
Division champ off rip. Debut him at Slammiversary, have him beat Mustafa Ali, and get that belt. Do that. Him and Rich Swann might go crazy. And that's probably where he going because I know he cool with AJ and shit. So like I'm like 95% sure he probably will land in Impact. TNA.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude.
I can see that for sure. For sure.
Hey man, Sydney, we need an interview, bro.
Yes, absolutely. You know what time it is. Dom Mysterio, you know, he on the shelf for a little bit. He's getting physical therapy. He's not gonna get surgery, and so probably
was that dislocated shoulder?
Yeah, but probably like maybe 6 weeks or so.
Yeah,
he should be back.
That's usually how long it takes.
Yeah, that's all good.
I mean, he an athlete too, so like, I remember dudes was talking about he might need Tommy John surgery.
Come on now,
like dog.
Like,
but nah, listen, if it's dislocated shoulder, that's all he need. Like 6 weeks, probably at most. Like as an athlete in the condition he's in, and the money he got, he can probably afford to come back a lot sooner and train and go to therapy like more often during the week and come back a lot sooner. So
facts. Seth, he had to, take some time out, get surgery. Yeah, I don't know about that. He was at the Kentucky Derby with Becky, and noticeably shaven. And I don't know how I feel about it.
You look like Baron Corbin.
Yeah, it's a little off brand. So hopefully over time,
he about to be gone for a minute.
Yeah, I'm about to say, cause I hope he won't plan on coming back looking like that. But in the meantime, while he might be out, he secured the bag while he was out. They signed him to a new multi-year deal, supposedly for some big money, because they don't want him going nowhere, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Always for people getting their paper.
That check, dog. Hey Seth, no, you coming back looking like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Like,
just come back with the motherfucking slick ass hair. Come back with the Nick Aldis.
Not gonna be okay with it. Not at all. So I mentioned Ronda a little bit ago, and I've been talking about things that she's been saying on the interview circuits and whatnot for the last couple weeks now. But one of the people who heard what she had to say was someone who knows her from both UFC and the WWE, and that was Jimmy Smith, who used to commentate both UFC and WWE. And he was on his show, Unlocking the Cage, and he was not having this nonsense that she's talking. I can't do it justice. So can you cue me up, my brother, and let the people hear what he had to say about this, because this was good. This was some good shit.
And he went in.
I've never been a religious person, right? One of the things I've always said about God, he gets all the credit, none of the blame. That's what Ronda Rousey wants. All the credit, none of the blame. I want credit for all my wins. My losses, I had CTE, and I had this, and I had that. I'm the greatest to ever do it. But when it didn't work, it was so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and never me. She never gives credit to the people who actually beat her. The idea that I left MMA and went to the WWE because I had concussion problems makes no sense. If you haven't noticed, KOB, I don't talk a lot out of school, right? I don't talk about things behind the scenes, right? Do I, KOB? Talk about things behind the scenes, WWE, behind the scenes, UFC. I don't do that, right? Correct. I have a personal rule. Let me let you in on something. Rhonda, if you are listening, the people behind the scenes, camera people, audio people, the people you can push around and the people you can bully and the people you can talk down to can't stand your fucking ass. Everybody behind the scenes that had to put a mic on Ronda Rousey couldn't stand her. I said, why? They said she was a bitch to us from the moment she sat down to the moment she got up. Like it's our fault. She has to do this interview to hype something in her next fight, and she's just miserable, and she's mean to us, and we can't stand her. They were cheering when she got knocked out. This is what I was told. Because those are the people you can be mean to and rude to. And they can't fight back. Those people couldn't stand Ronda Rousey. So don't sit here and tell me that you're the victim. When the poor guy sitting behind the camera who's doing his job gets shit on by you, or you're mean to the person asking you questions when we're hyping your fight, don't give me this victim shit. Don't waste my time with it.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you a real one. You a real one. I appreciate you more than you know.
Yeah, put that in words a lot better than I could.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like, I've been trying to find a way to structure how I wanted to address that. And I didn't want to take time on it like last week. But that's it. That's perfect. Nothing else needs to be said there. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
And, you know, I got that feeling for the longest. Like, and that's probably one of the reasons why I could never get into the idea of Ronda Rousey back like 10 years ago. Like, I just couldn't do it. It seemed just hella forced. And then, all right, I'm gonna go on a little rewind and just like go over the timeline and shit.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey got knocked out and had her first loss in the UFC November 2015. I remember what I was doing that day. The fight was in Australia. I usually bet against Ronda Rousey every time she fought back then. I would go and I would place a bet against Ronda Rousey. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I won some money. You know what I mean? That's my thought process on it.
Yeah.
Never knew when it was going to happen. It just so happened to be the day that I forgot to place the bet is when she got knocked the fuck out by Holly Holm. Because I was out that night. And like I said, it was in Australia. Didn't know time difference, all that. Got real confused. But I remember when that happened. I also remember in May of 2015, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. That fight took place.
Yeah.
I specifically remember the months leading up to that fight where people were just saying Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd. In what? In what? And that was right then and there. That was like the peak of my Ronda Rousey hate. Like it wasn't hate until then. Before it was just at the most annoyance at the fact that we have this again, and this is a thing. I think I don't know where I pointed this out before. It might have been on here, might have been somewhere else. White women mediocrity. Mediocre, talented, limited talented, mediocre white women get put on a pedestal a lot by the media in various different aspects. In this case, in sports, it was Ronda Rousey. On film, it was like Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lawrence to me.
Oh God.
Sorry for my Jennifer Lawrence people out there. I just didn't care for what she had going on.
I like the Hunger Games, so I give her some kudos for that. But Amy Schumer's
playbook was cool.
Yeah. But Amy Schumer 100%. She's never been funny, and the fact that people think that she was they were trapped in some kind of genjutsu. I don't know. They just weren't there.
But this is all the same era that we talking about though. Ronda Rousey was just like the sports equivalent, and I just could never get into it. I didn't see like, okay, yeah, she got a good ground game in the ring. Look, she went up against a boxer, and you saw what the fuck happened.
Yeah, and Ronda's never had hands. And the thing was, it's like if she wasn't there at the beginning, at the very opening of women's MMA being introduced to the world on the mainstream to the UFC, where Dana used to say there'd never be women's MMA. If she wasn't there in the beginning, she wouldn't be anything at all. Like if Amanda Nunes and them and stuff like that, if they were the front runners when this all started, Ronda Rousey wouldn't exist. She would be a mid fighter who could beat the mid-level people, but she never would have won a title, and we wouldn't be talking about her to this day. She wouldn't be in all these movies and shit like that. She might have still made it to WWE, but it wouldn't be nearly what it turned into. She just was fortunate enough.
She might have been better in WWE because she wouldn't have had that ego coming in.
Yeah. But she was just fortunate
wouldn't be
enough
having this segment right now if that was the case.
Exactly. She was fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time to capitalize on it. And that nobody else was, in that position yet. Because Holly Holm was still boxing. I think Amanda Nunes was still doing something else. So it's just the times we were in. But she never was like that at all.
I agree. My bad. I've derailed this segment. Let's continue.
It's all good. It's all good. Certain things need to be said.
Facts.
But last thing I got, we've been seeing the QR codes and stuff like that, and we know what's coming. But now we got an idea of who's going to be a part of this group. And it's interesting. So obviously Bo Dallas is going to be doing the whole Uncle Howdy gimmick, but it's also going to consist of Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Rowan, who recently resigned, and apparently Joe Gacy, who's getting called up from the main roster. It's interesting tape.
Pray to God you don't drop that shit.
Oh, man. Hey, we never know. We never know. I am one for. I haven't seen Nikki Cross in a while, so I'm interested to see her back.
Yeah, I want to see, because I seen, I don't really go off of Wikipedia that much, but I seen on Wikipedia she was like in the inactive section on Wikipedia for no reason. Like I don't think she got an injury. Last thing I heard about Nikki Cross is like she was like getting her degree.
Yeah, she was getting her degree and she was doing like a marathon or something like that.
I ain't know about that.
Yeah, she was training for something, but yeah, those two things like back to back.
Listen, if it gets Nikki Cross back on TV, fine. I don't give a fuck about nobody else that you named, bro. I don't. And I was thinking about this the other day too. I was like, man, Bo, Taylor Rotunda, Bo Dallas, like, I get it, man. You got let go, and then you came back and you were working with your brother, and then your brother got sick and you got taken off TV suddenly, and then your brother died, and you just haven't been around since. So I get, him wanting to do something, especially in honor of his brother, and get to continue on what him and his brother were doing. I completely understand that. But like the thing that made, we doing all this QR codes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care about none of it. When it was Bray that was teasing, yeah, I cared because we had an emotional attachment to Bray.
Right.
Now, I didn't have as much of an emotional attachment as a lot of other people did to Bray, to where like after a while, I kind of was over seeing Bray talk about the same stuff every week before, he ended up getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, I would not mind Taylor, Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, or however he coming back in as. I wouldn't mind that. I just, we don't really care about it, I don't think, because we didn't have the opportunity to care because it was dropped so suddenly.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It's
so now that they're doing these QR codes and stuff, I don't care about them. And fortunately, they're not taking up a lot of time in space on the TV. They flash it, little glitches here and there, and then they carry on. Other people on the internet talk about it, but when I see it, I'm like, I don't, just had a dude come back and just move on with it.
Yeah,
whenever that's gonna be.
It's tricky because it's like, you want to be invested in it because it was part of what Bray was doing, and Bray had us invested in everything that he did. But it's like I said this last week. If this is what Taylor, the man, wants to do, and he can pull it off, by all means do it.
Yeah.
But I just hope this isn't one of those things where they said, hey, once you go with this idea and you continue this on and stuff like that. And if it's something that they're trying to push and he's just doing it, don't do that. But if he got his own ideas and he can make this work and this is purely him carrying on his brother's legacy, by all means, I will give anything a chance.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it, man. Hopefully they do something like that tomorrow so we can just get on with it. Because like the longer this go, the less I'm gonna really care. Which by my comments, I already don't care that much.
Yeah. Because I don't know, like what at what point we're supposed to actually get a debut at this point, because it's May already.
Yeah, I could have been did it. Y'all gonna do it in Saudi? That shit coming up real quick.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah,
to say
we got another. I gotta wake up early on a Saturday morning in a couple weeks again.
Yeah, man.
WWE. We got the King and Queen of the Ring, which actually starts on Monday. They got some bangers, man. They was announcing the matches. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, they going crazy right now.
Men's side, we got Gunther versus Sheamus. With Sheamus, nigga, you wild as fuck.
I just seen that. I seen that tweet,
bro.
Oh man,
I know his phone was blowing the fuck up. I was like, man, delete that shit.
Oh man,
that's gonna be fire though, bro. Ricochet versus Ilya Dragunov.
Talk to him, man.
Bruh.
I need it all.
Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio.
Hey,
bruh,
about to cook.
Did they? All right, I gotta go to the Googles right quick. Cause did they ever fight before?
I don't think they feel
like because they were around each other back in the day. They should have had a match like 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure I watched them wrestle when I was in high school. I might be wrong though. Let's find out.
I don't know. They might have been in the same matches though.
Yeah, they've been in. I mean, Rumbles.
Yeah,
they've teamed up before,
right?
A few different times. They used to team up a lot actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Versus Jack Swagger and Alberto Del Rio a lot. That was the combination.
Oh my god.
Nah, man, this is the first ever Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston match on TV.
Damn. Say less.
And they've had so much time to fight each other one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. We never had that match before. And then Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. That's going to go crazy. And then on the women's side, we got Io Sky versus Natty. Shout out to Natty putting on one of them ones on Tuesday. Hey. Her and Lola Vice. That's the match I look forward to the whole night, too.
She did that.
Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka. That's about to go crazy. Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. And if you know how we operate on this show, Shayna Baszler need to win this whole tournament. Stop playing.
Listen, you know what I want. You know what I want, y'all.
Stop playing.
I'm not gonna keep having this conversation on this show. You know what I want. There's no reason not to do it. There's no reason not to.
Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile. Big meaty women bumping meat.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be hard hitting. Let's go, Zoe.
Facts.
Triple H, listen. I know you tapped in. Just for my personal bias, I seen what you did this year at WrestleMania, and it was, I called it one of the worst WrestleManias of all time just because you had Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes winning championships. I'm just saying, next year to make up for that, Karrion Kross, Zoe Stark, and Solo Sikoa all need to walk out of Allegiant Stadium with gold. LA Knight too. Throw him in there. He a Vegas legend.
That's a lineup. I could see Solo definitely walking out with a title. Sure. Probably even Zoe.
LA.
I'm holding out hope for Karrion. Yeah, LA too. I'm holding out hope for Karrion. We gonna see.
Karrion Kross, y'all need to give him the Sean O'Hare gimmick, bro.
Oh my god.
Give him the Sean O'Hare gimmick and let's get it over with, bro.
That whole I'm just saying what was it? What was it you said? I'm just saying what you think or whatever, some shit like that.
Whatever the fuck he said. We know what he said.
I'm not saying anything that you don't think
you don't already know. Yeah.
Right,
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. That's the
that gimmick was
took
funny.
long enough.
It was funny as hell.
It was, and then what Bruce Pritchard say, and then the bell ring.
Yeah. He was teamed up with Roddy too.
Roddy versus Terry. So he was with some heavy hitters. They believed in him. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. And my last thing, this has been a long ass rumors. This is how we rocking today. So the Backlash discussion gonna be real short because, like I said, I wasn't paying attention to Backlash like that. I cared about one thing yesterday, so I don't really got that much to say about Backlash. So, but I was shout out to Kevin Nash. He got his podcast. Click This.
Yeah.
And he brought up how he does not like how R-Truth is presented as a clown in reference to that segment they did on Raw a couple weeks ago with Triple H and R-Truth and The Miz when they got the new tag titles. And I agree with what Kevin Nash was saying. I don't really have exactly what he was saying because he was kind of rambling, but for the most part, I agree with what he was saying because I enjoy watching R-Truth. I laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I'm not entertained by what he does because that's what he want to do. I think he put his all into it, and that's really why I'm entertained by it. So you see the picture he took with Speed the other day. He said, "I just met KSI."
Yeah. He just naturally hilarious.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. I was watching an interview. He was out of character. He was still funny as hell. He was chill. But I do agree that it wouldn't hurt to kind of make him a little bit more serious. He can still be comical.
Right.
But he don't gotta be a doofus. Which I will agree that I've noticed they've kind of toned it down a little bit. So he's, you do take him a little bit more seriously now.
Right.
I think so. But it wouldn't hurt. This dude was a former world champion. You can kind of book him like he was in TNA a little bit and still look how he was booked when he first debuted back in the WWE.
I was about to say that. He came in and he was all about business. This is a dude that cooked John Cena and lit a cigarette, blew some smoke all over this motherfucker.
We can
challenging him for the title and everything. That was real. So this whole
I think they would have made him champion around that time too if he didn't get popped.
Yeah.
Stay off the.
Yeah, man. Plenty of different, shows, pods, everything like that had that conversation about, having the black people on wrestling doing the shuck and jive thing. I don't think we're quite that far with it, but we've been inching into that territory for a minute, with this whole thing, especially that whole. And I didn't talk about it back then, but that whole thing where they pulled out the new titles for Truth and them, it got to a point it was getting a little uncomfortable where it's we're just going on this whole thing, him just trying to make another joke and looking like an idiot constantly. I wasn't feeling it after a while.
I'm with you.
So it's we should tone that down and hopefully we keeping it at a minimum at this point because, like you said, the dude is funny, but constantly presenting this dude as a clueless, just ditzy dude all the time. We can't keep doing that. Not for this dude who has given so much to the business in all the years he's been wrestling and is a former world champion. We could do better than that.
Yeah. Kevin Nash also put over Ron Simmons too, because he was in WCW when Ron was a world champ over there. Said Ron was a great champ. Talked about how he was a dog in real life. Wasn't nobody about to fuck with Ron Simmons in real life.
Yeah.
Dude was in a Heisman conversation and one of the best players in college football history. That is a fact. Kev said he wanted to see that guy in the WWF and like, I mean, outside of like the nation and maybe the APA, you didn't see that. Came in wearing a stupid ass mask, like
Oh my god, fucking
stupid ass gear.
it was some like Greek name or whatever that they tried to
It was
present
the
him as.
Sultan. No,
No,
that
no,
was
no.
Rikishi.
It was yeah.
It's
It was
Google.
some they had him in this gear that was like a gladiator, and they gave him some stupid ass name. And I think he did it for just a couple weeks because he knew it wasn't gonna work. He knew it was stupid as hell, but they insisted because it's like, oh, the way you're built and everything like that. You know,
Farouk
this
Assad.
kind of fits. Was that it?
That was what he was called. And then he just like became Farouk with the nation. Yeah.
I feel like that's right. There must have been like a name they almost gave him or something like that. Then
Yeah, it was something.
yeah.
But then I came across another dude on YouTube, which like he talked about like kind of the same thing. How when they had Ron Simmons out on the draft this past week, it was like this dude's a former world champion, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
In college and the WWE.
Yep.
And like for the last 20 years, he's just been the damn guy. Just the dude to come out there and be like, damn.
Yeah.
And they did that on Monday too. Like, and again, I'm entertained by it. I pop for it because that's the thing. But like we know them for so much more than that. We know Ron Truth and Ron Simmons for more than that.
Yeah. Like
but like
we can do a trope in moderation. Like if they do it on, occasionally to pop the crowd, okay, fine, but don't make it everything that they do on TV because then it's like we just ignore everything else that they do.
And another thing I never really agree with. I never liked how people like talk down about the New Day and their shit. Because I think this is a whole nother thing. Cause like you look at R-Truth. R-Truth was a former world champion. He was presented in another way before that we're familiar with. Yeah. Ron Simmons was presented in another way that we're familiar with. Kofi Kingston, we initially knew him as Jamaican.
Right.
Come to find out he wasn't really Jamaican.
Nah.
And then like whatever Kofi was doing, Kofi Kingston debuted in 2008. By like 2011, okay, he was just there, honestly. 2012, he was just there. So it was a couple years where it was just like, yeah, you might see him on the chopping block soon.
It's like he had the Rumble escapes, and that was about it.
Yeah, that was his thing. And he got that shit from John Morrison.
Yeah.
John Morrison started that. But like, I look at like people call New Day, like, I ain't gonna say the other words that they call the New Day because I don't agree with that. But I've seen somebody call like New Day a minstrel show. And I'm just like, oh, that's not fair to them. Because like, black people, we're not monolithic. We're not one and the same. We're not cut from the same stone. We're not cut from the same cloth. We have different experiences. Black people can have different personalities and interests. And that's what the New Day are. Like, these guys are proclaimed nerds.
Yeah.
They play video games, Dragon Ball Z, anime, all that stuff. So why are we surprised when they go and act the same way like other nerdy black people act?
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't think what they doing is on that line of buffoonery.
And this is what's hilarious about it because they think that that's what they're doing now while ignoring what they tried to push on them as a group.
Initially.
This whole like trying to be a church choir, that whole gimmick, that wasn't shucking. That wasn't whole doing the minstrel show and being buffoons. Like
they came out and danced for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they had to change
and we was like,
that.
what the fuck they doing?
Right. So it's like, if anything, that was the minstrel show, and they said, "Nah, we're not doing that. We're doing our own shit, and watch how it gets over." And it got over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't see that at all, especially
like people be bringing up how they used to throw pancakes and stuff. Like, what's minstrelsy about throwing pancakes?
So what? You feeding people? What's wrong with you?
Feeding the streets. Kofi Kingston not even American born. This dude was born in Africa.
Right.
He was born and raised African. Like he came into the US probably when he was like 10 years old. So his cultural experience is different.
Right.
Like Big E is the son of immigrants. He's first generation American. Yep. Like he wasn't even allowed to listen to rap music growing up, bro.
That's crazy.
So like his cultural experience is different. But like that doesn't make them not black.
Yeah.
Like
y'all
at the end of the day, and Woods, I don't know his come up, and like I don't know his come up story. I know he's from the South and he's a nerdy black dude from the South. I know that much. He probably went to church all the time. Like he probably, was at his grandmama's house all the time.
I'm sure.
He probably wrestling Shannon Sharp. Like, they be trying to be on Shannon neck now too for some reason.
Yeah.
Because like people's idea of like Shannon Sharp don't fit other people's idea of blackness. Shannon Sharp goes out of his way to not curse if he doesn't have to. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Unless he's talking with Ocho.
Oh yeah, him and Ocho
they wild the fuck out. But that's the idea of it. They call it the nightcap for a reason. You just let loose.
Like Xavier Woods, like I could look at him and tell, like, look, you didn't have the same black experience as most people. That don't make you not black though.
Right. Yeah, I don't
like the important thing, all three of the New Day recognize and acknowledge their blackness. Unlike some other wrestlers out here with immigrant parents who just go out of their way to not do that. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
We do. We do indeed.
Bullwinkle.
Oh man.
Come on, man.
Listen, I'm never going to I am not ever going to take time out of my day to help people, free people from their ignorance. I refuse to do it, especially black people. Because at this day and age, if you still on that type of time, I don't know what to do for you. I really don't.
They're the same ones caping for Drake.
You know this right.
Hey, man.
You know that's right.
No, I've seen it, man. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I do appreciate Kevin Nash he also put over Booker T too.
Yeah.
But he said, Booker T, he said, he did his thing with the King gimmick, which was kind of going into that. But at the same time, like Book was still taken seriously doing the King stuff too. So like Kev didn't have much to say on Book, and he talked about like Book was like, how Harlem Heat was presented on TV. But he said him and Stevie Ray, they go fishing. Stevie Ray like the drag race.
Right.
Shit like that. Like that's you don't look at like black people and think that's what they into.
What? And black people fish? My pops fish all the time. Like
black people fish all the time, but drag racing, like, we ain't thinking about black people drag racing.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that. That's kind of crazy.
So, yeah, man. He also put over HBCUs too.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash know about HBCU.
I'm sure he do. Listen, Kev always been a real one. So, I mean.
Facts.
Rocking FUBU on TV.
FUBU. He got the NWO for life. He got that from Mac 10.
He did.
He said that too. Like, I'm not even, like, y'all probably think, man, TCU bullshit. No, Kevin Nash said that. He said that he got that from Mac 10.
Straight up.
All the other people like, who's Mac 10?
He was about that.
Like, man, y'all know who Mac 10 is, bro? The dope dealer.
Hey.
Hey, man, let's talk about Backlash real quick and get up out of here, man. And we think we both went 5 for 5 on the predictions.
Pretty much, yeah.
Easy show to predict. What are your thoughts on the show? I gotta run it back.
I talked about it, before. Like the crowd, they wanted to be as much a part of the show as anything else. But it actually was a really good show. And for the parts that they weren't over the top, they really added to the experience. Because, like, the opening match was fire. And, the way they got into it, the whole show, the whole way through was dope as hell. Like, Jay, I started saying as Jay came out for his entrance, that was some crazy shit. And I was like, yo, y'all might have to call an audible for this man, because we knew he was over, but this was something different. And it was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the way they got up for the main event too was like it's dope as hell. But they definitely put on. I think they was energized by the crowd, so they definitely went over the top. Like, you looked at the card on paper and was like, this might be an okay show. And I watch it, and then you watch it and it was actually dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was good.
I thought last year was better, but so the Bloodline, they beat the RKO, Team RKO. They were geared up off of this rap beef, man. Like, on site.
For the show.
Match ain't even got started. Nick Aldis had to come out there, like, make it a street fight. Like, yeah, y'all niggas kill each other. I don't care.
Big facts.
Bailey retained. Listen, I think it's the chant that the crowd do, because I hated it in NXT. So, like, I feel my Bailey hate from 10 years ago getting restored. Like, that's how I feel. Or I'll just, like, dread Bailey coming out, because I'm just like, the crowd about to get on that bullshit. Also, the fact she running around playing victim. Y'all know I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like when baby faces run around and play victim when they did something wrong.
Yeah, we talk about that. It's the truth. We don't like it.
I don't like it when nobody do it.
Yeah,
you lucky, like, I didn't blame Jey Uso for him being a traitor last year. I could have put him in that category too, but I kind of like him, so I'm gonna be a little biased for one person.
Yeah. He don't play victim either. Like, he just like, hey, listen.
He don't. He recognized what he did. Like, yeah, I was tripping.
Right. He like, hey, he came up and took accountability when he got drafted to Raw. Like, hey, I did some dirt. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm on here now. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I'm trying to turn it around. So
he did.
I'm cool with it.
He did. And he took that L to Damian Priest, man. So, yeah, they should have called an audible on that. We got to do something with Damian Priest, because, like, that promo him and Jay did on Monday was kind of rough.
Yeah.
And it didn't really do any favors of getting me to care about the match. And it's just like this whole thing with him and Judgment Day. We're risking it getting stale already, which people already weren't behind him when he had the briefcase. And then you put it on him, you give him his moment, but like now you got to figure out that next arc with him. And I think we need to start progressing into that sooner than later, or you risk the people just not getting it.
And the thing is, like, what's worrying me is like the potential, and I guess that's where they're going, the face turn for Damian, and you know he gotta have to go against Judgment Day.
Yeah,
and because I really wasn't big on Damian Priest as a face at all. Like that never did it for me. So if we already at a point where it's kind of getting rough, and then you turn him face, you're gonna risk me tuning out. Because at that point, because him and Damian, Balor are gonna feud for sure, and then you just gonna make me say, "Hey, just put it on Finn and let's call it a day."
Right?
Because I can't do face to Priest. He definitely do, and I won't be mad at it.
Nah. So let's get that figured out. Next up, the women's tag team championships.
Hey.
Jade and Bianca. You already knew what was gonna happen. Yeah, Team Shea Butter, Team Shea Moisture.
Yeah.
Team Cantu.
That's right.
Bianca winning that Triple Crown.
Facts.
Bianca Belair should be a Grand Slam champion, but you know, whole time she was in NXT, Triple H was there like Darvin Ham, just
right.
See, I ain't have enough time to put Darvin Ham in a pack on this show.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Bear with me. Let me get through this. And then you had Cody and AJ Styles, bro. That was hard. That was better than I thought it was going to be. And I knew it was going to be fire.
Yeah.
And like, I was making a joke like, man, Seth, Roman, Brock Lesnar, and AJ all carry Cody to classic since he been back.
True.
I couldn't even joke like that though. I seen motherfuckers getting offended that some people thought that it was better than Bryan and Ospreay. Like they were really getting offended.
Oh my god. Let it go, man. Let it go.
You seen what I said though. I said Cody and AJ was better off rip just because it was more at stake than a 65-year-old man's opinion.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because you know we don't care.
Outside of that, what was at stake during Bryan and Ospreay?
Nothing. It was just purely fan service. It was a dream match. Yeah. And that's it. And listen, they cooked. Don't get me wrong. They definitely cooked. But
saying somebody match was better is not discrediting that match. Some people just enjoyed that match better.
Yeah. And again, there is more at stake here. And it also was a dream match.
I've enjoyed other matches better than Ospreay and Bryan before that match too, but that's neither here nor there.
Be like that.
Yeah. I don't like Cody kicking out of the Burning Hammer though at one. That was some bullshit.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That pissed me off because
what are we doing with this nigga now? And
this
people
was
hype over it too.
That's what I'm saying. And that was one of the moves like you didn't think that they would actually pull out in WWE because it's one of them high risk moves. But you got two people who know how to work safe, so you can pull it off. But it's like they do it, and then this nigga pulls a Terry. Kick out at one, and then he start doing the pump up shit. Like, no, that should have been that
guy, bro.
That should have been a 2.999 kick out. That would have made the match better. So nah, y'all lost me with that right there.
Yeah, outside of that, it was cold.
Yeah, but see, it was this was the point where I thought the crowd started getting a little bit over the top because it's like going into the match where they was doing like announcing everybody, like, okay. That vibe was dope because it was like it actually had that fight feel to it. Like you get like that was some chill moments. So initially it was cool, but then it was like now they start breaking out into some random song in the middle of it. Like okay, all right, we doing too much right now. Like kudos to them. They had stamina the whole show, which is rare, but
yeah,
it's like don't overpower what's going on, especially in a main event match like that. Like that's kind of doing a lot.
For sure, man. And we're gonna be right back here in a couple weeks talking about another PLE. King and Queen of the Ring gearing up here soon. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Hopefully they restore the feeling and it's nothing but tournament matches the whole show.
Yeah, I need that.
Bring that back. So why the old King of the Rings back in the day used to have like 4 King of the Ring matches and then the rest was some bullshit.
Right. Yeah, that's
shout out to this new era WWE. Like I was a little apprehensive at first because y'all had me fucked up. Y'all did some things that had me fucked up, but listen, we good. Y'all was playing at first, and now y'all got me ready for this next year of TV because I'm about to go to my first WrestleMania in a few months, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be a good time, man. Let's plug our socials and get up out of here.
We're at Wreak Havoc 24. You can find Havoc Hour while I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms. Spotify, X, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and the video versions up on YouTube. All the content is out right now.
And I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Follow me, TC.Fontaine on Instagram, at TC Fontaine on Twitter, YK Wrestling everywhere. Check out my photography at foyflix.com. If you're in Las Vegas, man, book with your boy, man. I need some bread.
Yeah.
I got some of the best rates and best quality in the city, brother. So
there you go.
Y'all book with me, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to start trying to get, I'm about to throw my hat in the ring and work some shows during Mania weekend. Get some extra money for that weekend.
I'm about to say it's time to
hold on.
Let
me hit up. I'm about to see if I might not have to pull a JT. I might have to hit up whoever organized Wale Mania, see if they need a photographer.
Hey, there you go.
Let's do that. Let's get that cracking.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go to work because this week is gonna cost some bread. So.
Oh, listen. I started saving just in case. I've been saving, so I got like I'm maybe like 20% of towards my goal of what I want to save.
Gotcha.
So we can get there real easily.
Yeah.
By April. So I might have by the time the tickets go on sale, I'll have enough to buy my tickets and then I'll just have to save the rest.
Yeah.
I ain't never went to a Mania weekend before. I don't know what all I need to do. So
Right. And I didn't do like the whole week when I went. Like it was over here, so I just went. You know what I'm saying?
And
It was
it
still
was
one
one
night.
night.
So yeah, and I didn't go like into the city for none of the shit that was going on. So I'm like, if I pull up for the whole week, because I know my folks got a timeshare with Silver Westgate. So I'm like, if I pull up to get the whole week,
oh,
you know what I'm
say
saying?
You got what now? You say you got a studio we can record at? Is that what you said?
Hey, listen. I'm gonna keep you posted as we go on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure something out. So if I pull up, you know what I'm saying, do a whole week, we definitely gonna get this live recording going on.
Oh, big facts, man. We're gonna have everybody come through.
Yes, sir.
Might have all the wrestlers, all that. We manifesting like we manifested WrestleMania, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. Hey, man. Until next time.
Said I'll be back to hold you down. I don't wanna leave.
But we gotta go right now. We're gonna be back next week with another one. TC Fontaine wreak havoc. Young Kings Wrestling. We out of here.
Go.
Gone.